Protesting truckers are clogging the Ambassador Bridge in Windsor, Ontario for a fourth straight day. And while a trickle of traffic flows into Michigan, anyone heading into Canada is being diverted. Commuters are heading through the nearby Detroit-Windsor tunnel, while commercial traffic is being sent 2 hours away to the Blue Water Bridge in Sarnia, and there is a 4-hour wait to cross that border crossing. So with us this morning is the Mayor of Windsor, Drew Dilkens. Welcome to your morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Mayor, the city yourself has requested 100 additional police officers, as well as vehicles and intelligence that could help identify protesters. What happens while you wait for this support?
Well, the support is actually already trickling in. So I've had several calls with the Premier yesterday and Sylvia Jones, as our Solicitor General. We put out a call for additional police resources on the ground here, and the response was immediate. So they're sending those resources in. Some are already on the ground, and we appreciate that quick response because we need to take action. And this is not just action for Windsor, Essex. Of course, that's important. This is really action for Ontario and for Canada's national economy. This bridge is the busiest commercial border crossing between the United States and Canada. A full third of international trade crosses at this one bridge location. And so when people are saying, what is the value of that? What does it mean in terms of numbers? We're talking on any given day between $300 and $400 million a day that crosses at this one location.
You've said what we don't want is to flush out 150 protesters and have 300 show up 2 days from now. So you said you've made the request, you've got some of it coming in. What is it going to start to look like in the day and days to come?
Well, I don't want to get into police operations. We'll let the chief deal with that. But clearly, we're not just going to ride this out and let it stay as it is for very long. Some action has to happen. And of course, as you just expressed, that is one of the concerns. One of the other concerns is I don't want people to get injured. We have people on the ground here who are part of this protest who I would submit to you are not. They have mental issues that don't allow them to make rational decisions. And they have expressed to the media and very publicly that they are willing to die for this cause. No one need to die on the streets of Windsor as we get traffic to and from the international border crossing. So that is one, obviously, paramount issue. The other is, as you said, Anne-Marie, we don't want to flush out 200 people and then this to be the rallying cry and have 400 or 500 people show up the next day. And so we have to be very tactful in the response, very measured in the response. Police are doing that. And there will have to be some action one way or the other. We're not just going to wait for these people to go home and think that this behavior is okay. It is not. We live in a democracy. Of course, the hallmark of democracy is being able to express yourself and protest and demonstrate. Yeah. That's okay. But blocking an international border crossing like this is not okay.
Yeah, managing protests are legal, blockades are illegal. So then what measures are being taken to prevent this protest from spreading into other parts of Windsor? Because you've got two regions that you're trying to watch here. There's the border and then the city of Windsor itself.
Yeah, and so that complicates the situation and partly explains why we need additional resources sent here. The other piece that is worth noting is we also own another international border crossing. So the city of Windsor is an owner of the Windsor-Detroit tunnel. And that tunnel is really a commuter tunnel for traffic, and there is a risk that the protests could expand and block the tunnel. And this is one of those essential pieces of infrastructure that it's worth saying that 6,000 people a day live in my community and cross to work in Michigan, and that includes all sorts of healthcare workers, nurses, doctors, therapists who cross to work and keep hospitals in Michigan open as well. And so it is an essential piece of infrastructure, and we have contingency plans in place. Should the tunnel be blocked, we'll still be able to move those essential healthcare workers over to their jobs in Detroit.
Quickly, Mr. Mayor, what kind of pressure are you getting from the other side of the border?
Oh, listen, the federal government in the United States is wanting to see this open. I know that there were conversations with Governor Whitmer in Michigan, and they are feeling the pain on the U.S. side. We live in a very integrated economy here on either side of the border. And the auto sector is tightly integrated. The parts that go into a vehicle before they roll off the finish line here in Windsor or Detroit have crossed the border 6 to 7 times on average. And so it's a just-in-time delivery world as well. There's no stock on at the plants. They rely on deliveries through just-in-time delivery, which further makes this situation worse on both sides of the border.
Hey, Mr. Mayor, we know it's an incredibly busy time for you. We appreciate you updating us here on your morning. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.